Y'all, I'm blown away by this biblical story in 1 Kings chapter 13. I need y'all to go read it because there are way too many people being deceived right now. In this story, there's an unknown man, like an unknown named person that we don't know the name of this individual. This individual was very prophetic. The Lord would talk to him. He went to a place where God said, I need you to go to this place and I need you to talk to the king. He goes and talks to the king. A lot of times prophetic people will say things and people will think, well, they're supposed to make me feel better and uplift me. Well, this prophetic word was not very uplifting. So the king got upset. He prophesied, the unknown named prophet, we'll call him, prophesied that Josiah was going to come. Now, if you know Josiah, he was a young king. It didn't happen until about 100 years later. So he gave a prophetic word that really wasn't going to come to pass right then and there, which is fine. That's sometimes how God works. So this unknown named person goes about his business. The king, all of a sudden, wants to strike him. God is like, no, you're not going to touch my prophet. And so this unknown named prophet was like, oh my goodness, because the king's hands completely withered, one of them. And so the king was like, would you tell your God to please deliver me and forgive me, all that stuff. And he wanted his hand to go back to normal. God does it. Okay, so now he can see that this unknown named prophet is who he says he is. He tells this guy, come and drink with me, come and stay with me, eat with me. But God gave specific instructions to the unknown named prophet. He said, do not eat, do not stay, do not nothing, drink nothing. You keep it moving. This is how distraction happens, y'all, because the enemy is not going to let up. The enemy does not want you using your prophetic giftings. So then he goes about his business. He leaves. So then there's this other guy who really is prophetic, but y'all, this is where it gets good. Is prophetic. Anyway, he goes and talks to his sons and is like, wait, his sons talk to him and say, there's this guy that did this, blah, 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 right? He's like, find him. Like, I want to go find him. He goes and finds him. The unknown named prophet is walking in the woods. Y'all, he tells the prophet, come and eat, come and drink. But what did God say to the prophet? You keep it moving. Do not stop. So the prophet continued, and the other prophet, the older one. So the Bible is very clear that this unknown named prophet was young. And so he keeps it moving. And the guy's like, the other older prophet is like, dude, no, God told me. Because you see, the younger prophet said, well, God told me not to eat or drink nothing. This is where discernment kicks in, and he missed it. Because we respect so many older prophets and we don't really realize what's happening behind closed doors. Because the older prophet then lies. God told me to tell you that it's okay. You can eat and drink. And the younger prophet trusts him. If God is going to give you a word, if God is going to speak to you, he's not going to have somebody lie. Listen, he's not going to lie. Like, God is not a man that he should lie. If he gave you specific instructions, God is not going to change his mind about those instructions. Well, this younger prophet then all of a sudden goes and follows this older prophet. Now he eats, drinks, all of it, then goes about his merry way. Well, what do you think happened? He didn't make it. He died. Why? Because there was a lion out there in the woods that devoured him. Did not devour his body, no. In fact, when people walked by the body, the lion was right beside his body. Like, how crazy is that? Then the older prophet feels horrible and is like, the Lord told me way before, the Lord told me that you should have not done this. Then why lie? Y'all, I'm tripping out. This story was incredible. Moral of the story is this. You cannot trust just anyone that says that they are a messenger of God. Do you know that there's only one God? We know this already. But there are so many out there that are claiming different false gods. So when someone comes to you in the name of God, we're living in times where you have to say, well, what God are you coming on behalf of? Because as of right now, this doesn't feel right. There are way too many prophets on altars, too many different churches. They are saying things that are only cursing your lives. And so you have to get to a point where you're like, wait a minute. Like that doesn't align up with me. I have sat in conventions, conferences where I'm like, this is a big wig right here in the community, but God, I see right through. God, I know, and I'm not comfortable. And let me tell you something, my cutoff game is very strong because I put God first. If I don't respect your gifts, then that just means that God is not in there. And so we have to be careful. So if you are out there and you're going to different conventions, conferences, whatever, please be cautious who you listen to, because there are people that are cursing other people's lives. Be mindful, be watchful, and discern.